Hello, everybody. Welcome into Wednesday, December 10th, 2025. Ken Stout Live with Zoom homies. I've got audio. I hear the echo. I'm the echo. We have Bill. We have Greg. Don't bother me. I'm eating Guy. We have Rich and we have Sam. And Jeff Ryman joins us right on time because it's just now 10 o'clock. Well, about 35 seconds afterwards. Hello, Jeff.
Evening. Evening.
And we have confirmed audio there, so we are good. Robert Michael is first in chat tonight, followed by Scott, followed by Sam, followed by Greg, who can't count. Robert, Scott, Sam. That's three. Greg says, third place, took a nap from 2 to 6:30. Obviously, when Greg slept, some of his gray matter escaped. Fourth, Greg, fourth. Tim Cruz says, good evening. One Fish says, O-E-O-E-ah, ting tang. Is it ooh-ee, ooh-ah, ting tang, walla walla bing bang? Okay, what's it from? Alvin and the Chipmunks, I do believe. The Witch Doctor? Is it from the Witch Doctor? I'll get to that in a minute because it's probably going to be way down there. Ski Man says hello. Greg asks Ski how's he doing. Ski says not so good, but he's here. Thanks for asking. John says, one fish, you make all the noises when you have fish on the line. Yeah. And then some. And I got to figure out why that jumps like that. Ski Man asks, does anyone know why sometimes using the @ plus sign on the user's name doesn't work? Scott says hello. Scott's been shoveling snow all day, digging out people and cars, from what I understand. Someone said Alex. I'm hearing a clicking noise as if someone's on a computer in my ear.
That's a very weird.
That was
I
interesting.
heard it too.
I'm going to do an experiment in a minute because apparently when my niece came in and I thought I muted everything yesterday, it wasn't muted because I listened to it today. Brian let me know about it and I went back and checked it and you could clearly hear our conversation. Thank goodness it wasn't anything important. John said he's never had that problem.
Me.
Yep, that was you.
I never have that problem on my system.
My microphone is very sensitive.
I thought it was typing, but I'm like, I look up and I don't see any, you know how your boxes usually light up? Didn't see that. Try Tim Cruz. Somebody, Steven says, try Tim Cruz. Well, okay. So now I got to scroll back up. So at TP Cruz.
Fuck the Indians for it, then. Trouble is, none of the land around here has ever been fine. Now all the little guys.
I forgot to put a message in there, but I don't know if it went through or not. I'll go back. I'll check that out in a minute.
Hey, Mabel.
Richard, get Blake. You know how they got away with it?
Still scrolling through chat. Take care of the TV echo coming from Greg real quick. Anyone know we talked about that one? Maybe who knows? Scott says he's been busy all morning snow cleaning stuck cars. Oh boy, snow cleanup. I did try Tim Cruise. I don't know if we went through. I had to copy and paste it earlier. Ski Man retracted a couple things. Sam says I know why. Ski Man says why. It's because the user. Good point. If the user is not in chat and check, you can check that by going to the three dots, looking for participants, and if their participant name is there, it should work. If the name is not there, it should not work. Hello, Jose. Jose joins us on Zoom. Multitasking, reading chat, and corner of my eye. I heard the bell and I glanced. Yeah, Sam, I do believe you're right. Scott, I don't understand why Ken is having someone else rebuild his computer. And not ask me. Well, number one, I didn't have a computer rebuilt, and number two, you don't even know who the hell it was. So number three, get off my case, John. Just get off my case. Put him in his place, by golly. Rich got it. Rich is probably the only one that got that, but Rich got it. Now, Scott sent me a thing earlier. Somebody's having Ken's rebuilt done, and I don't know. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say if I can't do it, I might reach out to John. But again, if I can't do it, you guys forget I built 2 computers. Or maybe you don't even want to. Never mind. I don't want to know. Scott says if you don't clean out your own driveway, you ended up at the bumper probably. Yeah. We've got some snow moving in here starting tomorrow all the way through Friday. Not looking forward to it. Annie says, good morning to Sir Ken. Good morning, Annie. Long Dog is in the house. By my time, 2 minutes before 7. I started a little early. I was trying to time some things out this evening to see how it went. And I may have been off by 35, 40 seconds or a couple of minutes. I don't know. There's that shuffling sound again. I heard it the other day. I think what you heard was Sam was typing. I don't know for sure, but it could be. Or if you saw, okay, so Long Dog, let me get back to all the way to the bottom of chat, which I'm nowhere near close to. I'm at 10 o'clock right now. Cleaned out the end of 3 of my neighbors' driveways, pushed out 2 stuck cars. They didn't plow the alley very good. Wow, that's busy. 45 degrees in Denton, Maryland. Somebody said Mabel was here. Oh, yeah, there's Mabel. She's got to be live streaming because she's under her other name. Hello, Mabel. Thank you for being here. I do appreciate it. And please hit the like button. So, Long Dog, if you're here, put a yes in chat that I know you're here to acknowledge that you're here. Yeah, okay. So, I think you did hear. I think you heard exactly. By the way, I'm familiar with that secular job. I was in Idaho. Yeah, so if I play this right here, you're going to hear the scraping sound of the shovel on the driveway. I believe that's what you probably heard. Now I am going to try an experiment. I'm going to mute everything like I did yesterday, and I'm going to continue to talk and see if anyone on YouTube still hears my voice. Because yesterday when my niece popped her head in after I started the live stream, I muted everything, but apparently it doesn't mute. And I hear Jeff, so I'm confirming that I'm still being heard. Now, can I get a homie to say something? Okay, I heard you on Zoom, but I don't know if it went out over YouTube. We'll clarify that in a moment. Yes, we heard you talk to your niece. My niece. I was not speaking to my niece, which, by the way, hurt because of the storm we got coming in. We're not hearing anything on YouTube. Yes, now you should be hearing both myself and the Zoom homies. Knees, knees, nice work, that long dog. No audio from Ken. You should have audio now. If you have audio from Ken, put a one in chat or pi, either or. Good, we have audio. Cool. Hope everybody had a good Wednesday. I got caught up with a lot of things from Darren today. I had 2 full seasons of a television show, and I only have 5 more to go. And I'll have every season of that particular show. It was interesting. He sent me NCIS Sydney, Australia, the new version, and I started in here and I cast it over to my TV in there. And I go in there, I sit down, and I'm watching it. And the beginning of it's in a foreign language, which makes sense because it appears to be Chinese New Year. Okay, I can't differentiate between languages, and it may have been Chinese, it may not have been Chinese. Actually, turned out it was not Chinese. So that they get through that part, they kill the guy. Then the people start talking, and they're clearly talking in a foreign language, which turned out to be French. The only reason I know that is I came in here to VLC and I went to audio, and the audio tab says French without the option of changing the audio. So I'm stuck with the version of NCIS Sydney in French. If anyone's interested and would like to hear it, it's very confusing. So I came back in here and I asked Aaron, I said, man, what's going on? And he was like, what? And he, oh, bloody hell, it's in French. I'm like, I just told you it was in French. Long dog, I didn't get important work done, but I did get Christmas lights up. Good job. Scott says, might warm up a couple days. We got what could be accumulating snow coming in. I was watching Ryan Hall Y'all earlier today, and there is one huge system about to move through this city. Hopefully it might shift a little bit north, which would be good. Because if it shifts anywhere, if it goes south, we're really in for trouble. Rick Lakes is in the house. Hello, Rick. I know Rick's not going to stick around a long time tonight because he's got his inspection in the morning. Maybe close to 40, fire up the grill. Oh, hell yeah. 40 degrees? That's grilling weather. Ski Man says hello to Rick. Scott says hello to Rick. Jeff says hello to Rick. Everybody say hello to Rick. More flurries. No, this is, Scott, this is what they're predicting to be 3 to 8 inches of accumulating snow. I'd prefer it were to get here tomorrow night late into Friday morning as opposed to overnight tonight and tomorrow, because then I got to take my niece to work tomorrow and I don't really want to do that. So I did talk to the Bureau of Motor Vehicles in Indiana. It's called the BMV. And I clarified what I have to take. I cannot make an appointment. And it opens at 9 o'clock. So things go well. Friday morning, I'll be 9 o'clock waiting to go in there and get my Indiana driver's license. Make it official. 43 degrees here in Maryland, feels like 30. I don't think the weather thing will give you the feel like temperature. I think it gives you the temperature, both Fahrenheit and Celsius, but I don't think it'll say, but it feels like. I know earlier today we were 34 and it felt like 19, and it was chilly. I mean, it was downright chilly. So, Bill, are you working on the game or are you working on a project? Inquiry minds would like to know. I'm laughing.
Trying to make up my mind which one to do.
Oh,
I'm
gonna consider going back and see what the AI creates for Rick. Maybe a little different.
Okay, experiment with that a little bit. Now, I'm curious to see something. Go ahead.
It may be a little bit easier to work with the next time around.
I am trying something out here. John says the snow gods say the snow will be along the Illinois border. Well, okay, so Illinois borders Indiana. It borders Iowa. I think it borders Wisconsin and maybe even parts of Minnesota and Missouri. Which border? So I need another homie to speak up. I'm trying something on my end. I wanted to see something on YouTube. Any homie. Jeff Ryman, go right ahead. What were you going to say? You're muted. Jeff's being a comedian tonight. Look at that.
Uh, well, I thought that's what you were doing earlier.
No,
If you want the wind chill, you get the weather from the National Weather Service website. It gives you wind chill as well as temperature.
Sam set that all up for me. I have no idea how to do that. I was talking to another creator earlier tonight who uses Nightbot. His Nightbot is set up differently than mine. He was explaining it to me, and he was like, "Oh yeah, just go to YouTube. There are all kind of things on there." And I'm like, "I tried that. I don't understand it, and I don't." So I like this. When Jeff spoke last, Jeff is now highlighted on YouTube. However, I'm not. I'm trying to get it so that when the speaker speaks, you are highlighted on YouTube. And since I'm the one speaking, this ain't working. Jose, what are your thoughts on that?
It should be speaker.
Let me contemplate.
I agree, Sam. If I go to my, you know what though? I wonder if that's a setting on the main settings, because the settings here, if I go multi-speaker, now the last two people that spoke, now the last person that spoke. So Sam, if you would say something, you should join Jose up there in the top, I think. Or not.
Okay.
You did not.
Maybe.
Oh yeah, there you go. It's a little
That's
delayed.
odd.
That is very odd. I mean, the delay, but okay, so that's called multi-speaker. Okay. However, apparently your host is going to get screwed because every time I talk, I just stay at the bottom.
Well, actually on multi-speaker, I saw you and Sam at the top. One on one side of the screen, one on the other.
Okay, so then, okay, so since I'm broadcasting,
it's not showing me myself.
Right, that's exactly. Okay. So that idea is not going to work. I have to go back to the gallery. I'm going to have to work on that. I had a crazy idea today about Zoom that I will keep to myself. Let's see. Just a few miles south of the Bear Soldier Field. Scott and Ken worried about flurries. I'm worried about accumulating snow, not flurries. Of course, I realize 3 to 8 inches in Indiana is nothing compared to what you guys up there in Wisconsin get. I get that. I understand that. Go look at chat and make sure I didn't miss anything. Doesn't look like I did. Just a few miles south. I've been to Soldier Field. Well, I've been by it. I have not been in. I went to the aquarium up there. Shed's Aquarium. If you like aquariums, I highly recommend going to the one in Chicago. Nightbot is doing its thing. What do you think about the Bears Dome Stadium plan? I didn't know they had one, but I think it's a good idea. Scott or John says he hasn't heard about it. Can't the niece shovel show? Yeah, if she's home, and she did actually shovel the first snow we got when she was stuck getting home from work. She actually did lend a hand and help shovel the snow. Mm-hmm. However, if she's not here, then I can get out there and do it before she gets home so she can get the car in the garage. I don't mind doing that. I just need to find some shoes to wear so that I get traction and grip and I don't fall down. Leah's in the house. Hello, Leah. Is it Lee or Leah? I've always wondered that. Leah. Lee or Leah? Either we're all not going to answer or we don't know. There goes Jeff again. Leah. Okay. I like how she did that phonetically. Leah. Leeya. Leah. Okay. Thank you, Leah. Oh, good to see you. Thank you. I haven't seen you in a while. Thank you for being here. Make sure to hit the thumbs up button and give me a like on the show, please. And again, I have no idea the way the studio does it now. I have no idea. Which I really don't like that. Arlington Heights or Gary, Indiana. No, we do not want the Bears to be in Gary, Indiana, which is the southeast side of Chicago nowadays. Um, that's where Greg is from, if I remember right. Aren't you from, Gary? I thought you were. I thought we had talked about that way back when.
No, Hammond, Indiana.
Hammond, Gary. What are they? A stone's throw from one another? Like Johnson County and Marion County?
About 35 miles apart.
Is it that far, really? Wow. The Gary Bears. I like that. Long Dog, I'm curious. Why in a state that has a lot of snow and ice, why are there special shoes available, even if you have to go somewhere with steel spikes? Don't understand your question. Maybe you're talking Wisconsin, Minnesota, those states. Is there a way to make money off a hospital visit or doctor visits for broken body parts? I don't know. I would hope not. I mean, that's horrible. The Gary Bears. That is pretty good. Why is there not shoes for walking in snow and ice, especially ice, when they should be commonplace? That's a good question. I mean, I could get some tennis rackets like someone suggested and tie them to my feet and see how well that goes over. No? That was kind of my
That's what
thoughts.
they make boots for.
Yeah, but boots are made of rubber, or the ones I'm thinking of are made of rubber, and they don't grip like I would like them to. 1 million views. Oh, don't I? I can't even get my short. I got a short that's sitting at 14,947. Or 13,947. I really want to get it to 14,000. It's a personal thing for me. I think it'd be cool to get a short to 14,000 views. It doesn't make any difference now. It's been up 2 weeks, so I get nothing for it other than I get the personal satisfaction knowing I had a short that made it to that many views. Yeah, back in the old days, do we have shoes with steel spikes on them? I don't remember any. But then again, heavy snow boots bother my hips. Again, and I hate to hear that, but I don't want to find out. But my problem is I want grip when I step into the snow. I don't want my feet to slide out from underneath me, especially if there's ice or anything under that. You'll notice if you watch the thing I run at the beginning, when I step, I'm literally taking very small, checking the surface steps out so that I don't fall. And I think most of us watched me slip and slide all the way down the driveway last year. You'd be sliding down the driveway with your tennis rackets. Yeah, I probably would. And I considered snowshoes, but then again, I thought we don't get that much snow here for me to warrant going out and buying snowshoes. And I believe snowshoes is when you're talking a major amount of snow to distribute your weight so that you don't sink down in it. I don't need that out here. Scott says I did that already this year. Slid down the driveway. Yeah, I did you fall though? Hopefully you did not fall. Yes, Ken, I had to learn the same technique when I was shoveling the snow off the concrete driveway, which had a layer of ice. Yeah, if there's ice underneath of it, which could very well happen, you have to be careful. Flurries. Oh, I think it goes without saying that if it snows here tomorrow or tomorrow night or Friday, there'll be a video on it. Golf shoes with longer spikes. Now that's an idea.
Flurries or furries?
He said it says flurries unless I can't read. But John just gave me a great idea. Golf shoes with longer spikes. Golf shoes in general have gone away from the traditional metal spikes. They've gone to something that's about this big around, and it's got several points of contact, and it's rubber. That's not a bad idea. Now, my golf shoes aren't that way. My golf shoes are tennis shoes. I haven't bought golf shoes in a couple of years now. I almost felt, and he meant to say fell, leaving the doorway of my parents' house because they were, whatever there's snow involved, you've got to be careful. Or rain with freezing temperatures, which turns into ice. Scott, stay in the house. Good point. Ski Man, what do you call a mobster who's buried in cement? I don't know. What do you call a mobster? What's the dude? What's the dude's name that disappeared? A hardened criminal. Um, I think Long Dog's referring to the Teamsters guy that disappeared back in the 70s.
Jimmy Hoffa.
Jimmy Hoffa. Yeah. Thank you, Mabel. Have a good night. I appreciate you being here. And I realize she's probably live right now because she's on her other name, which means she's streaming on her other one. Yep, Jimmy Hoffa. I like that. A hardened criminal. Scott Jimmy Hoffa. Yeah. Yep, good old Jimmy. Yeah, like we knew him. Ski Man says 1,000 points for no laugh, no giggle. I thought it was cute. I like to think I have a pretty decent sense of humor. At least, like my jokes anyway. Minus, yeah, I know, minus 1,000. I see the little minus sign before that. I don't have points, but let's give Ski some points. That Ski Man. Let's see if he catches the humor in that. Make them dolls. I don't poke myself. Oh man. Nightbot's doing its thing. What the heck? I think my mouse needs recalibrated or something. I click on one thing. For walking on ice, you need footwear with superior traction, winter boots with built-in metal spikes or rubber cleats, specialized for ice traction. If I lived in an area where we got a lot of ice, I wouldn't be out. I would figure out a way to hibernate the winter, and I wouldn't have to worry about it.
I've been getting ads on my phone when I go to YouTube for shoes. And on the bottom of the shoe at each end, there's a little ring that you can flip over. And on one side it's flat and the other side it has little spikes that stick out. So you can convert them to traction shoes when you're on ice or whatever.
Ski Man, think Austin Powers and then reread it and go like this. 1 billion. That's why the B is capitalized and separated from the illion. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do if we're going to get, and we are supposed to get a lot of snow this winter. I really do not know what I'm going to do. As long as I got food and coffee in the house, I'll be okay. This is that doggone silly driveway. I don't like it. Robert's still in the house. Get a lot. Jeff Ryman, the next time that shows up, maybe you want to find a way to get us information so we can have a laugh. Of what? Get a lot of what? You know, my favorite thing in the world, snow. I can barely remember my name. I have days like that. They're ice fishing on the lake yesterday. Ice fishing cleats slip over shoes. Oh, okay. I didn't know there was such a thing as ice fishing cleats. Where you just put the cleat on, put your foot in there, and it slips over your foot like that. That'd be all right. But then again, it probably wouldn't be feasible for me to have something like that. The device that fits on his shoe so you can get traction. Yep. You have it correctly there, Steve, or Sam. I don't know why I get you two confused. I see his name and then I see your name in between as Long Dog. So, okay. Yeah, again, I probably, it'd be like me buying a snowblower. I go out and buy a snowblower and we won't get another inch of snow the rest of the year. And it'll be a waste of money. Just, I don't know. I can deal with it. I've dealt with it so far. I can deal with it a little bit longer. Not that big of a deal for me. Got to get an IP camera where you can live stream that beautiful, pretty, beautiful, glory snow. No, we don't. I can set the camera up and live stream it. That's not a problem. You know what I came across last night? I came across two videos that I streamed from this channel when I showed my big fish tank when it sat back over there on that wall. I thought I did all that under my fish tank live channel. I did not. I did two of them. One of them for 6 hours and one of them for, I believe it was 8 hours. Yes, I got some watch hours last night because I watched those two on two different accounts. So that's why my watch hours went up today. Long Dog, I got an ad on my phone, or Jeff Ryman, I got an ad on my phone from Long Dog that was advertising for a blood sugar meter that doesn't require a finger stick. It lights, it's,
Yes, I got
it,
one of those. I'm continuing to get those ads. But the weird thing is when they show the device, it's an oximeter that measures oxygen in the blood and pulse.
so they're trying to come out with a blood sugar one for your finger like they have for your O2 levels right now then, right?
Yeah.
Right, but what that they claim it already exists, but what they're showing in the ad is not the glucose meter. It's an oximeter.
Right.
And I know because I have two of them.
Scott says I need a leaf blower for my flurries. If it works.
Yeah. I guess they're trying to use light instead of needles.
I've never
Right.
figured out how the oximeter works where you put your finger in there and read your O2. I've never figured that out. But I agree with Long Dog. If they could come up with
Well,
something where you no longer got to stick your finger, I'm for that.
yeah, the oximeter is watching the blood go through your capillaries.
Oh, is that what it is?
And
So
the
how's it
problem I'm
determine
having
how's it get the oxygen level then?
from the color of the blood, the density.
Oh, okay. Long Dog says it's easier to wear the sensors on your arm that's live 24/7 on your phone. Keep a log if your doctor needs it. Yeah, but that involves a needle as well. That's piercing
Right.
your skin, getting the blood constantly as
Yeah.
it flows by.
Yeah, I
And
have
if
to
you,
use an oximeter every day that sends a reading to my lung doctor
okay,
because I was diagnosed with mild COPD. So they want a reading every day. The problem I'm having now that the weather turned cold is that the capillaries shrink in your finger when your fingers
yeah.
get cold, and the oximeter just doesn't work.
Robert's saying you can't feel it. No, I don't think you probably could once you got used to it. But I know with my niece, I know one day she went to change the one she had on her arm, and when she put the new one on, it did not pierce the skin right, and apparently it didn't hit what it was supposed to, and blood was just running down her arm. We had to end up calling the makers, and they said, "Oh yeah, that happens from time to time. You know, like Windows issues, they happen from time to time." And my brother was like, "Well, what are we supposed to do about that?" And the guy was like, "Well, just take that one off and put another one on in a different spot." Really? I mean, common sense. CGM, I dream of having one. Our lovely government will not assist me in paying for it. Neither will the great state of California. California insurance he has. Everybody check out our friend. That's from Nightbot. I need it very bad. I've had very serious. So it's interesting. My nose is bothering me again. It's interesting because yesterday my niece and I were talking, and all of a sudden I heard a phone noise. I look at my phone. I don't have any notifications. She says, "Oh, that was my phone. That's my arm thing showing me my blood sugar is low." And her blood sugar was 69 at that time. I said, "Oh, that notifies you instantly." She says, "Oh yeah." So that would be cool. That'd be good to have. But I don't like sticking my fingers, but I only have to do it 3 times a week. So I'm fortunate.
She's type 1 diabetic, right?
My niece is type 1, yes, and I am type 2. I believe Long Dog is type 2 as well, but I'm not 100% sure on that. Since we're on the medical discussion and field, what are you guys' thought on one day we'll walk into the doctor's office and they'll scan us like they do on the Star Trek now to get your blood pressure, your heart rate, your oxygen, and your blood sugar? Let's just go with those 4 for now.
Hey, all you got to do is get a job in Star Trek and they'll do it.
5
Yeah,
years
really.
or less.
Really, Greg, you think 5 years or less? Okay. That's interesting because,
Technology.
well, yeah, obviously, no, no of the incidents, no, I think he means none, but no of the incidents that I've had and how serious they were. I'm now considered a brittle diabetic. It's been that way for many years. I've never heard that term. It's always I've heard type 1, type 2, or pre-diabetes.
I
If anyone
assume
needs
that
one of these
means that
devices, you're.
his level can change very quickly.
Oh, okay. All right.
I'm guessing at the meaning. I don't.
Scott says, "Yep." I got to make sure I didn't miss anything from Scott or John because if I did, I'll never hear the end of it. Let me look at the chat real quick, and I do my best to keep up with chat. Robert says it's way easier to wear sensors than you're on that rely 24/7 on your phone and keep you logged if needed. Oh, I agree with that 100%. It's a pain in the ass to to take your blood sugar and then write it down. Even though the little gizmo thing that I put the thing in keeps it as well, it just doesn't transmit it out anywhere. And there's no way for me to hook it to my computer to send it to my doctor. But yeah, that would be good. The last one Scott put in there was about leaf blowing, so I did get that one. And then long dog, nightbot, long dog, minimum of 30. So Greg is saying 5 years. Long dog is saying a minimum of 30 years. I just wondered. I'm just thinking out loud here. Fine, maybe the AI device. Yeah, that was pretty
My
interesting.
phone just warned me of something to piss off most of you.
Your phone just warned you of something.
It's
Okay.
going to piss you off. Record high here tomorrow of 73.
All those in favor? Hi. Is what it is. I used to live in Vegas. I remember those beautiful winter days of 73
Well,
degrees.
the record was 72 from 1939, and they're predicting we're going to break it by 1 degree.
Right. So Jeff said, what Long Dog says, what Jeff Ryman means is my blood sugar can change on me at any time, not predictable anymore. That's not good. Meter for me, take care of my readings. Like today, I had 7 readings starting about 2 o'clock in the morning. Now, Long Dog, you don't wear one of those CGMs, do you? Or is it CGM or GCM? I can never remember. He checks his blood sugar one way or another about every 3 or 4 hours. There's always something going on. 23. I still would like to know what the joke is with 23. Michael Jordan. That was his number. No. I do not have one as CGM. I critically knew. Okay. If I feel funny, I'll check it, but it's been a long time since I felt funny. And usually when I check it, it's okay.
Yeah. Continuous glucose monitor.
CGM. Okay. 32. That's 23 backwards. That would be Magic Johnson's number. Come on. Throw them at me, Scott. Throw them at me. I was on a StreamYard panel for a brief few minutes. 44. Pete Maravich. Now, let me know if I'm right on that, John. That one I had to think a second on. But I'm going to say Pete Maravich was 44.
Pete?
Pistol Pete, yeah. That would be my first guess. My second guess would be John Havlicek, but I don't think that's right. I know 23 is Jordan. I know 32 is Magic Johnson. Sorry for the acronym CGM, continuous glucose. Yep. Hey, you're good, Long Dog. You're good. This is good. Any kind of discussion between chat and us and chat, that is a good thing. And that's kind of the direction I'd like this channel to move in. I mean, we can find any topics to talk about, providing it's family friendly. And maybe do a members only stream and bump up my membership, and then we'll talk about Jose's girls. He's not paying attention. Right over his head. You okay, Jose? 42.
I'm
Frank the Tank
from where they explain the difference between the finger stick and the CGM. They've got a diagram here, and the CGM system, the little needle just goes barely through the skin into what's called the interstitial fluid. With the finger stick, it goes all the way to the blood.
Yeah. Yeah, finger sticks can hurt. Believe me, there are
And they
times
say
when I
they may not give the same reading exactly. So you
oh
have to
yeah,
kind of just,
yeah.
so.
I've checked mine, and I always use the same finger, pretty much the same spot, which you're not supposed to do. But there are times when I check mine, it feels like it's all the way to the bone. I know it's not, but it feels that way. Um, Live Da Vinci streams. I don't know. Let's run that by the Da Vinci expert, Greg, and see how he feels about it. So 42's got me stumped, and 8 has got me stumped. Are we talking collegiate or professional on the numbers of the basketball teams? And by the way, John, was 44, was that Pistol Pete Maravich's number? You never did answer me. But I think he did. I think he said it was Frank the Tank from University of Wisconsin basketball finals team. What, 1930? In case you didn't know, John and I like to poke fun at one another. Make sure it's reading correctly, and that's where finger sticks and the traditional method comes into play. DEI. 42. Oh, baseball, Jackie Robinson. Okay. I'm not big on baseball numbers. 43. So give me the number, give me the sport. Let's make this a little bit interesting, not just the number, because now collegiate, basketball, football, baseball, no hockey, please. I don't know jack about hockey. I know it's played on ice. I know you have a red line, a blue line. Is it red line, red line, or is it blue line, red line, blue line? Yeah, I think it's red. I think it's blue, red, blue. Stock car, 43, Richard Petty. 8, Dale Earnhardt Jr. 43, stock car, Richard Petty. 8, NASCAR would be Dale Earnhardt Jr. I'm trying to think who might have been before him. Anybody can jump in if you know, if you're reading chat. Number 3 would be Dale Earnhardt. Sorry, I don't know more about it. I believe it was football. Long Dog said, what's the story about an athlete I believe is coming? That'd be Phillip Rivers. We talked about that briefly last night, and apparently it's he's at least on the practice team. I hope someone. Hello, Ellen. Ellen says hello to Sir Ken. Good evening to Ellen. And I really hate the fact that Ellen and I are streaming at the same time because I enjoy watching her streams. But going back to the football thing that Long Dog brought up, I hope somebody talks some sense into him. I really do. I don't think he's a shoe-in this year for the Hall of Fame. I think he'll get in next year. But if he goes to the Colts and he gets signed to the active squad, that's 5 more years. Ridiculous. 15. Sport, please. 15. Sport. Have no idea without the sport. NFL. Oh. Quarterback? Wait, quarterback have specific set of numbers, so it might not be. Bart Starr. Ellen says hello to Scott. Ski Man. Buffet is a French word that means get up and get yourself. I believe it's pronounced buffet, but Buffett. Oh, we are all over the map today, which is good. Looks like we've had 25 views. We have 12 concurrent watchers. I have no idea what the likes, where they're sitting, because I don't like the way they have this set up, and I can't change it. Number 1, sport. I have to check something here. Someone please say something to keep it alive for me. Scott says number 1 NFL. No clue. I'm kind of lost on NFL number 1. Probably good. Oh, not Bart Starr. Surely to goodness, not 2 people from the great state of Wisconsin talking about someone from Green Bay, would they be? And that would just be Packers. I believe I just mentioned the Packers. Long Dog says, okay, I have to check my blood sugar in the middle of the night just to make sure there's nothing's happened. Buffett is correct spelling. Yes. I know, Ski. I know it's not Buffett. It's buffet. Oh, I see you saw the NCIS from Sydney that was in French too, huh? So, Ellen, if you're still here, go look at the thumbnail from tonight. Oh, and while I'm thinking of that, today is Pauline out of San Diego's birthday. And Pauline's not her real name, by the way. That's the name of her niece. Don't quite understand that, but happy birthday to Pauline today. Old Dallas player. Yes, 2 from one team. Packers and Dallas. Didn't a quarterback from Green Bay go to Dallas way back when? The defensive end. I no idea. I don't follow defensive players that well. And to be honest, I don't follow that many offensive players. Defensive end, number 1. Current player. Again, I have no idea. But this is good. I like this. Nope, no idea. I'm not going to Google it. I just went and checked something out real quick because I thought I had the thumbnail the way I did. So I have Pauline's channel and Ellen's channel highlighted tonight. I don't know who it's going to be tomorrow night. I'm going to keep doing that. I think it's just my way of trying to help them out. I wish I could make the links clickable on the thumbnail, but I know I can't do that. It'd be nice, but Arnold Palmer. Yes, he was such a defensive end. He many people don't know that about good old Arnie. Curly Lambeau and Micah Parsons. Okay. I have heard of both of those players. Isn't Lambeau Field named after good old Curly? That's a little bit of a stretch, but it's got to be true. I think I'm going to wrap it up. We're at 46 minutes. I have no idea if the outro is going to work or not. If you arrest a mime, do you have to tell him that he has the right to remain silent? That's almost as good as something I saw earlier today, and I don't really remember, but it was about different odd things. It is named after Curly. All right, thank you, John. 1999 points. Boy, I'm not getting points. That would be, yeah. And even if I did get points, there would have to be a reason to have the points, not just. Believe me, you're going to know here shortly. Doug's been saying it now for 6 months. Doug he keeps us on the hook with. It'll all come to fruition one of these days. You'll understand soon. You're going to see if this goes the way I want it to go. Ken's golf handicap. I was in a single-digit handicap at one point in time. I'm nowhere near that now, and I probably never will be ever again in my life. And to be honest, I don't care. I'm not ever going to play in a tournament. I'm not ever going to play in any kind of charity thing. I play golf because I enjoy playing golf. I played golf because I enjoyed the friendship with Jake. I played golf because it gave me some exercise. A 23 question mark again. I played golf because it gave me an opportunity to work out some anxieties. You can knock the hell out of that golf ball. Here we go. Let's see if this is going to work.
Golden light, shine, shine. Every step a whispered tea, moving slow like honeybees. Shimmy, shimmy, watch me glow. Take it high and bring it low. Down, down, velvet shine, I steal the show. Oh, oh,
That's all, folks.
Call us when she's all the way naked.
And we are back. If you'd like to join us on the Zoom panel, kstout000m@gmail.com. Shoot me an email and ask for the credentials, or just shoot me an email, 232346, and I'll get you the credentials. And I'd like to see you on the panel. You don't have to show your face, as Sam is not showing his right now. And many times a lot of people don't show their face, and that's fine. Participate in the chat. I do appreciate that. We do have people that do not participate in the chat that are welcome here and are here every night. And again, my gratitude to you guys, to Bill, to Greg, to Rich, Sam, to Jeff, and Jose. I can't express it enough how much I appreciate you guys being here night in and night out. The same thing with the people on YouTube, Scott, John, Ellen, Long Dog, Ski Man, Sam. If I met Greg, Jeff, I do appreciate it.
By the way, you bounced the last check.
Yeah, I meant to tell you about that. I kind of thought that was going to happen. Good night, everybody.